Visit me. Why isn't that playing? Oh, I see. There we go. There we go. Maybe not. There we go. Now I can hear it too. There we go. Oops. You can hear it. I hope that you had a good Stupor Tuesday. Um, I had a good Stupor Tuesday. I can't really hear the music, but that's okay. As long as you can hear it, that's what's important. I've heard it. Yeah, I wasn't gonna stream tonight, but then I thought I will. Yeah, 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 yeah. Go ahead and turn that down. And it'll just be my voice for a second. Oh, I am. Oh, oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh well, it's not really the midweek. Well, I guess it could be. It almost is, I guess. I guess. I guess so. Anyway, actually, what I thought I would do is, because today was, well, I don't know. I think for some, the last couple of days have felt like a week. The last couple of days have felt like a week. And I wanted to come on and actually just maybe read some poetry. um, Oops. Oh, I'm so sorry. My silly little phone is on. But yeah, so I thought I would just do something that I was going to do anyway because I just want to calm down. I don't know. I felt like today was really full of anxiety for everybody. Not, for everybody. And I had to drive like in big traffic today, and everybody was so like grr that I thought I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to end this day with no with less, not no, that's kind of stupid, but with less. In fact, I'm going to, you know what? F you. We don't care. You know what? This isn't about politics. Sorry, Dark Brandon. This is about oops. Um oops, yeah, well, I guess that'll be fine. This is about other things. So, anyway, I don't know. I really didn't have a lot in mind other than I thought I kind of want to go live and okay, I guess that does work. Um I guess I want to go live, and I was watching some like I guess they're chuds. I don't yeah. I mean they're right wing rejects from the whatevers. And they came up on my For You page, and it turns out they're fighting with each other. And they're both like really um pretty objectively terrible people. So anyway, there was just a lot of I guess what I'm really trying to say is that I noticed a lot of toxicity around, and I I thought I kind of just want to like I kind of just want to like I don't know. I just want to fucking I don't know. I don't really know. So, oh, you know what? I wonder if I turn up my decibels, if that'll I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Am I too quiet or am I loud enough? Sorry. I don't want to be like jarring, but I also don't want to be like, what'd she say? Um, yeah, so I was just getting really high and like watching this, and it was just like, ugh, yuck. I didn't want to feel yucky like the whole night. You know what I mean? And it was my choice. It's not like, oh, poor Lolo. It was my choice. And also, I just hate, I just, I don't know. I just hate that drama and stupidity and idiocracy is so fucking attractive. And I don't know. I'm not even sure I could handle a bigger audience. I feel like that felt like harder in the beginning, and now it doesn't feel quite so hard. Although sometimes you kind of scratch your head and just go, "What? How does that happen?" And then you go, "Ah, well, what are you going to do? Do something different?" No, you're not. You're going to do what you want to do, which is what I'm doing. So, anyway, so what I really wanted to bring you here for was just a big deep breath and to say that everything is going to be okay. And I'm not sure who's going to win the whole races, but we'll find out soon enough. So we don't have to do breaking news. Oh, I can't see oh, I guess I can see it here. So anyway, so if you came here for a play-by-play of the Stupor Tuesday, you might have come to the wrong place because I've kind of landed on the Poetry Foundation. And so I thought, and then I saw this was the essay, uh, but there are other geometries. And you know how I like a good math problem. So I haven't read it. I haven't read anything here. I just happened upon it and then I thought, well, maybe other people need to end their day with some poetry too. And I won't do it justice. I apologize in advance. I don't know how to read, quote unquote, read poetry, but I'm very high. Does that count? I hope that counts. But we could, I mean, I'll check on, I just lost everybody. I'll check on the elections, but I just feel like we'll know soon enough. So there might not be a rush. Try just a little bit harder now, baby. Um, yeah. So I hope everyone's just able to like drop your shoulders kind of thing, you know? You know? Like just drop your shoulders. And everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything is gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. I feel like it will. I saw a really good friend today, and I just, um, it was so nice. She doesn't do anything on YouTube. And I just love her so much. So it was really nice to be in the sun with her. That was nice. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Alright, let's see what the hell is this. On Cubes, Love, and Fate. I apologize in advance if there's any language. Uh-oh, is it not gonna let me? Ruh-roh. Ruh-roh. Okay, oops. Plan B. That's okay. That's okay. We can do it. Come on, let's do it. There's really nothing to it. There's really nothing to it. All right, come on. Oh, wait. Yep. Sweet. Here we go, my loves. Here we go. Ah! Wow, Luigi. It makes very big. You are too big. I cannot read you when you are that big. Okay, hold on. Let's. Now, why do you do that? You know what it does? It gets real big when I make it visible. Sneaky. Sneaky monster. Sneaky blinders. Wait. No, oh, that's Peaky Blinders, isn't it? I should have watched that. I watched the first few episodes. My Bobo loved it. I couldn't really. I was like, yeah, yeah, okay. Well, this is like a really long Martin Scorsese film. Not that I don't love Martin Scorsese. I really love it. I absolutely do. But Colin. Oh no, undo. I'm sorry about that. That was uncalled for. Wholly uncalled for. I just cannot get this thing to resize in a way that makes sense. Hello. Maybe I did it the wrong way. I think I did. Anyway, Colin Allred, I love him. In Texas, he won. I love him. He's really cool. Everything's gonna be alright. See, it's supposed to center fit to screen. Okay, I'm sorry. No, it's really big. Oh my God. But that's the way we do it. Okay. Come on, let's do it. There's really nothing to it. There we go. Let's see. I'll make it bigger. Okay. Hi. Hey, everybody. I don't really know how to do it on this. Okay. Yes. We have no bananas. Okay. Hold on. There we go. J-Rance basket package. Hello. I dedicate this poetry reading to Gal Squad because I love you so much. And I just want us to, as I was saying in the beginning, I want us to end this night on a very uplifting note. So I'm going to do my best to make that happen. I had a beautiful time voting with my daughter today. It was wonderful. We had such spirited conversations about the candidates and where to look for information, and then we went to vote together today. It was so great. I loved it. I loved it. I said it made me so happy that you care so much about the world. I think that's so important. But anyway, let's read some poetry. So I'm going to say in advance, first of all, thank you to the Poetry Foundation. I realize I'm reading someone else's work. So thank you to the author as well, whom I'll mention. And also, I apologize in advance because I don't know how to professionally read poetry. I don't know how to read different forms of, pentameter, etc. But I will do my best to honor the artist. So This is intended for all of us to take a very collective, deep breath. Today has been challenging. Yesterday was challenging. I do believe the money shot will be April, but guess what? We don't have to worry about that right this moment. Just let your shoulders sink. Sink into your chair or the couch or your bed, wherever you are, standing on your porch, sitting in your car, wherever you are. And I'll read to you. But nothing political. Isn't that fun? Kind of, sort of. I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. All right, here we go. This is just what happens to be on the front page of I'm going to see if I can move this so that I can see you. Ah, no, do not do that, please. Thank you. Thank you. No. I hate it when it does that. I hate it. Sorry. You don't need to know my machinations. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, can you see it? Yeah, I guess you can. Pretty much. Pretty much. All right. So this is the front page of Poetry Foundation today on cubes, love, and fate. But there are other geometries by A.V. Maracini or Maracini, not sure. It's an interesting drawing too. Oh, look, there's people. All right. Let's see. Looking up at the stars, I know quite well that for all they care, I can go to hell. But on earth, indifference is the least we have to dread from man or beast. Sorry. Technical difficulty. Returning momentarily. Oh, there we go. How should we like it were stars to burn with a passion for us we could not return? If equal affection cannot be, let the more loving one be me. Admirer, as I think I am, of stars that do not give a damn. I cannot, now I see them, say, I missed one terribly all day. Were all stars to disappear or die, I should learn to look at an empty sky and feel its total dark sublime, though this might take me a little time. W. H. Auden, The More Loving One. Auden taught himself to be the more loving one, though I cannot say I sense in his other work that he also taught himself to be happy. I have always loved Auden. I loved her because she understood how I loved Auden, his antiquarian referentiality, his knowing melancholy, his formal mastery of the line. But in the end, I was the more loving one, I to her, and when it ended between us, I choked up every time I tried to read Auden under a newly black sky. Hi, Lee. I could barely read anything at all, but I could look. I spent the nights up looking. This is how I discovered the cube sculpture poems of Rima Gerlovina. She began making the cubes in the Soviet Union in 1974 and continued after moving to New York City in 1980. They are colorful, some made of plain cardstock, some covered with floral motifs. They are colorful, most of them open like boxes. Almost all of them contain words, mostly in Russian, typewritten on little labels affixed to either the outside or the interior. On her website, Gerlovina translates these labels herself and includes a picture of each cube. One early piece, titled After Chekhov, has a label on the exterior whose Russian words are rendered as "Man should be beautiful in every way, in his." In its interior are four small cubes whose labels read soul, face, cloth, and thoughts. Another piece is a solid red cube that reads, "Who is there?" on the outside. A tiny green cube sits inside, saying emphatically with its small form and in attached letters, "It's me." If it seems strange to mourn a love up late looking at cubes, ours was a strange love, one in which we became each other's formal constructs, made structures for knowing together. She changed how I saw the cube, and the rhomboid chunks of stone in the foreground of Bruegel's great Tower of Babel. All Bruegels were ours, the little landscapes in their frames like capsule universes for which we had a secret language together inscribed on the back of the earth's palimpsest. We built our own babel of signifiers, spoke our own tongue. If I had handed her a tetrahedron, she would have known to give me a cube, and I in turn an octahedron back. We implicitly knew each other's order, the next thought, the next platonic solid, the next word. We burned in tandem, equal hemispheres, until we didn't, and I burned alone. So there I was, looking longingly at cubes, a toppled tower, a blackened sky. What do you do when the whole rational, passionate order of your love is gone? How do you figure the world again? Many of Gerlovina's cubes play knowingly off their cubeness. A label on the outside of the now lost example reads, "The cube in the space," while an interior label reads, "The space in the cube." The space of my more loving one was not a strictly empty sky. A cube, to me, always lives on the Cartesian grid, the XYZ coordinate plane that Descartes codified in the 17th century. We called each other the morning and the evening star, a binary orbit. We called each other, sent long epistolary texts, split by the Atlantic during the pandemic, 5 hours apart but always together. There was a tenderness in our constant distance. I kept the letters that smelled like her perfume. There was an intentional note there of curdled milk, a warning. Do you know what happens to binary stars when one goes supernova and the other becomes a black hole? The first star gets thrown into the cold, empty cosmos or sucked in and crushed. And then the Cartesian grid goes too, because black holes don't obey those geometries. It's like space-time dips and the grid drips down with it in ways beyond Descartes or Newton or the three dimensions of the cubic form. So I was off the rational grid, so to speak, but even so the x and y coordinates are still called the abscissa and the ordinate. Abscissa from the Latin for a line having been cut off, which she would know implicitly, and so would Descartes, and Auden, none of which makes it any better when the burning stars of your world shut off and you're floating in the vacuum, and the red cube isn't open yet, and the little green cube that says, "It's me," is just sitting in the dark. Here's the part I wasn't telling you before. I was in the dark alone because my friends couldn't know her name. I had been what they call pocketed. They are the psychology experts quoted in Women's Health and Cosmo when I Googled what is apparently a rising trend, keeping your partner or their status a secret from your friends. She had her reasons, good ones, trauma and circumstance. But sometimes Descartes just bangs on about the oxygenation of the blood in the heart in his discourse on method, and forgets that reason isn't always enough, that if the soul is really in the pineal gland, and thinking is a first principle, no amount of reason can necessarily make it all right anyway. Descartes has always felt cold to me compared to, say, Montaigne. She thought we could make it if I were more dispassionate, if I could live with the reasoning of being pocketed. I was told to state my needs, and I did, in bullet points, in long, tiresome letters, even in the formal style of waka poetry in the Japanese courtly mode, with the appropriate reference to the current subseason, using the 72-part calendar of the old capital at Nara. Yes, I know, I know. The food during the season we fell apart was broad beans and cutlass fish. Such was the nature of our love that I knew she would know I had taken care to get the subseasonal cuisine right, or that once she would have, and delighted in it, our mutual precisions of calendars, our mutual tongue of dead courtiers and small ceremonial deer. Anyway, it didn't matter, because now my desire was too much, my passion too great, because the more loving one wants more than indifference sometimes, because I couldn't be Auden like that. I had always told myself I could reason my way to a good life, and yet here, profoundly, was the intimate failure of reason in the face of want. When I finally told a friend, the poet Alina Stefanescu, what had been happening, she in turn told me about the history and the theory of pockets, because she knew it would make me feel better. She sent me links to historical pockets in museum collections. Pockets were originally more like cubes, which is to say discrete three-dimensional forms attached separately to clothing by a band at the belt. They evolved later into the two-dimensional attachment that is forms the pocket on the garment. Alina understood intuitively how it felt to be flattened, like a cube that is 6 squares laid out. That's how you can make a cube with paper, how Gurlavina made hers, by the reverse process, folding up the 6 squares into the third dimension. That's what it feels like to finally tell someone about your love's demise afterward, too. The snapping up the z-axis into the dimension you're really meant to exist in, the very thing prohibited from your life in loving. There isn't a Gurlavina cube like this, but you can imagine it. The outside says the closet, or maybe also the pocket. The inside says it's me again. That's partly what pocketing feels like when you're queer. The lattice of convenient lies, the mesh that falls down over you, hiding part of yourself all folded up. In the speculative fiction trilogy The Three-Body Problem, the Chinese science fiction writer I don't know how to say this, Cixin, imagines pocket universes, sanctuaries from a dark forest of galactic strife, ring-fenced with black holes and roving civilizational destruction. Lu also imagines what happens when one intergalactic civilization destroys another. They're not gone exactly, just flattened into one dimension, a single point. Flattening is what you do to your worst possible anticipated enemies to seize their scarce resources. It's not how you treat a beloved. If the sky is empty in the universe of the three-body problem, it's because everyone with a star to speak of flattened everybody else. Put them in a pocket, that is a closet, that is a grid with quadrilateral lines of relationship that exists only to and for you, from which the known world is excluded. There isn't a cube for this, but there's a cube for Descartes, one on which Gurlavina writes, "You think," on the outside, and "but I am," on another smaller cube inside. This is a reference to Descartes' most famous line, perhaps the most famous line of Western philosophy, cogito ergo sum, I think therefore I am. Gurlavina says you think, and but I am, though not though not a faultless statement of first principle from which to build a reasoned trajectory, but a rejoinder, a comeback, a defiance. Maybe you aren't, actually. Maybe the pretense of dispassionate reason implicit in that claim actually hides Descartes' rather passionate justification of the existence of God and is just relying on you not to disassemble it. Projecting an acceptance of dispassion maybe never worked for anyone, or maybe is just a thing analytic philosophers do to pretend the condition of personal objectivity exists to make their work meaningful. I tried to love Wittgenstein, I really did, but I only ever really loved Gödel, whose proof of an incompleteness theorem renders the very method of mathematical proof and formal logic itself broken. This feels less self-satisfied, like Auden saying cruelly of his own face that it was like a wedding cake left out in the rain. There is another line to plot between Descartes and cubes and love and fate. It runs through Mayame, The critic and academic Andrea Gadbury does it better than I can here in her Cartesian Poetics. She reads Mayame's famous final symbolist poem, Un coup de jamais n'abandonnera l'air sod. I'm so sorry. A throw of the dice will never abolish chance. Set in concrete typographic audacity, unusually across the page, alongside Descartes' theory of fate and free will. There is a version of this poem by the artist Marcel Brothers that is rendered with the text lines as just gray rectangles, all stark modernity as the concept in 1969. This is a popular year to set modernity in, when we aren't shoving it at the 1914 edition of the poem, or modernism on the French left bank, or Descartes himself. Anyway, the modernity problem is another capricious turn of definitional reason that annoys me, and I'm more interested in the throw, and the dice, and those two delectable little cubes with dots that are called pips, like an orchard fruit. I have two sitting on my desk right now, retired casino dice from Caesar's Palace in Vegas. I am not the gambling type, but maybe I should be, since now I love throwing them, and how their sharp industrial precision crafted edges land with a satisfying thunk. They are red and transparently tempting like jello. Alia iacta est is another famous Latin phrase that sort of betrays itself. The die has been cast is what Caesar uttered as he crossed the Rubicon to seize Rome. Caesar was a soldier and had a soldier's unimaginative Latin, which is why we traditionally teach him to schoolboys. The empire unsuccessfully tried to ban dice games and their catastrophic losses many times and always failed, mostly because the soldiers loved them. Cicero is more refined than Caesar, if grammatically excruciating, in his history of dice in De Divinatione, or On Divination. He notes that the throw of the dice might abolish chance if you're seeking the advice of dice oracles across the classical Greek world and Asia Minor, who used astragali, even uneven knuckle-bone dice from sheep, to generate prophetic verses. The poems of the dice oracles mostly survive cut into monumental stone columns in places where packs of wild dogs still like to chase archaeologists. Thus the corpus is not well known by the public, but deserves to be. Consider the following example, translated by Fritz Graf. The sun has gone down, and terrible night has come. Everything has become dark. Interrupt the matter about which you ask me. This doesn't feel like sublimity is coming for me any time soon. This feels like another Gerlovina cube, a green one that says grave in all caps like a mossy seat for a stone, and inside a black one that says I'm already dead. This feels like the experimental dystopian project from the late 60s architecture group Super Studio, which imagines a post-apocalyptic cube in the midst of Central Park. In the most charred, devastated, and molten area of that gray space once was New York, and more precisely, where Central Park once was, at about 81st, there stands the city. When the others realized that the explosion had irrevocably contaminated all the inhabitants of New York, and that their bodies were rotting without recourse, it was decided to build the city. It is a cube, with a length, width, and height of 180 feet, covered in quartz tiles measuring 10 by 10 inches, in each of which there is a lens 9 inches in diameter. This covering condenses light onto the photosensitive layer behind, which transforms it into energy necessary for the functioning of the city. Will my rotten body be next to hers? That would be awkward at this point, especially since it was me, my flesh, that wanted too much, that wanted her more than she wanted me. Too much and never enough, my body. Maybe if I were the mechanical body of Descartes' anatomy, I could get over it. But I'm not. I'm all guts and sinew and want. I watched all three Cube horror franchise films in the writing of this essay. They were sort of like existentialist plays, if the dialogue was somehow charmingly bad, and about stereotypical protagonists played by Canadian budget actors trapped in the same evil cube puzzle prison set over and over. That's true, I've seen those. And if such plays included more limbs being splattered apart by military grade and industrial grade lasers. This woman is not beautiful in her thought, I imagine Chekhov saying of me, plucking out a paper cube gesturally. But I wasn't ever beautiful that way. That was never the point. I was the more loving one to her, and remain so to many things, texts, and people in the world, because I cannot be dispassionately ordered into something more lovely. Perhaps I am either uniquely suited or uniquely unsuited to the reading of philosophy. The Cartesian grid exemplifies elegant ordering, but there are other geometries. Riemann geometries are those of spaces stretched over something else, for instance, a grid over a sphere. Stretch me a manifold of a world where nothing is neat or reasoned or reasonable, and maybe I make sense. Maybe I don't love too much any more. Maybe someone will have me. I order a lot of mixed modern divination dice, which inexplicably ship from France. Un coup de jamais n'oubliera la sorte, indeed. Sorry. Her French was exquisite, better than mine will ever be. Maybe she would have been a better reader of both Descartes and Mallarmé here. I loved once the simultaneous precision of and almost lyrical sorcery with which she read, her voice reedy and quicksilver. There's no way she beats me at the dice oracles, though, at their gnawed little flesh-stripped bones of fate configured into modern plastic conveniences. The bodily turn was always mine. I belong in the charred flesh cube of another well-designed modernity, after all. Clean lines that hide a mass of decay and despair you must unfold to find. When the divination dice arrive in the mail, I cast them out from the package directly onto the table. The following appears on each of the visible faces. The number 13, a queen that is also a drummer clutching a plant, a tree, 6 pips, a cartoon turtle, a hook or a scythe, a handwriting with a pen, a magnifying glass, a smiley face with dollar sign eyes, either a shrine or a porch swing, a person in a hard hat building a brick wall, a question mark. First, before I consult the prophecy, let me tell you that a cube in 4 dimensions is called a tesseract. Think of it like a cube is folded from squares, but as being sort of folded cubes, extruding beyond the capability of human sight, or the 3-dimensional geometry of our interior vision. Gerlavina has a sculpture poem of one representation of the form of a tesseract. Pyramidal insets lead to a cut-out smaller cube set within a solid larger one. On each side is a text triangle that reads, "Exit into another dimension." This probably feels like the shift to box 15 Goldberg variation, like the mode just inclines and the leaves all fall off the trees in the wind, and you're not eating broad beans and cutlass fish, but it's Rito and just the very start of winter. We both love the Goldberg variations, love them like we once loved each other, as part of loving each other, all those shared infatuations, the insistently cartilaginous harpsichord of Jean Rondeau, and Glenn Gould's version with its intimacy, famous for the pianist's humming. Now I'm listening to Vikingur Olafsson's new recording of the Goldbergs, and I can feel the edge of the cold, and it hurts less, this version, the one that was never in our binary orbit, for which no cost of pocketing was extracted, to whom I was never a secreted thing. I love the 15th variation, the variation's start of darkness. I, alone now, unfolding into the black vacuum of sublime minor keyed space, point and counterpoint unfurled together. Will I ever love again? I read the dice. In 13 months, or 6 minutes, or the 13th month of a non-existent year. When the drummer queen of succulence declares it. When I stop missing the empty sky and learn to love turtles and trees and the terrestrial and hew more to the x-axis, covered in an early rime of frost. When the ominous fishhook that looks like the inverted question mark, which is either predetermination or free will, or whatever some philosophy that permits interchange of admirers allows. when the brick that is stretched rectangular form of the cube settles into its grout. When I see this new lover for the first time, and we both see Mount Fuji, or just the beach, maybe the sand between our toes will feel like equal affection. Maybe she'll love me as I am, as a tesseract, as an extra-dimensional thing, as someone who cannot be flattened, for all my variational too-muchness. Maybe we'll meet at the reason-passion axis. Maybe I won't be the more loving one anymore. Maybe. If we come up with snake eyes or boxcars, we can make our methodology together there, in the new darkness of space before matter enters the universe in an explosive boom, before there were stars to give a damn about, before you could cast onto the plane of the tables the six faces of fate. What if this new love could be an uncertainty, a blackout sky, an incompleteness theorem, an unknown season, an incalculable gambler's probability? Oh, beautiful! Oh my goodness. That's a beautiful essay. Unexpected and beautiful. All right, let's find some more poetry. Actually, up here they had a connection. I don't really know poetry all that well. I have some poetry that I love. Whoops. But I don't like, I'm not. I kind of want to, let's do this. Oh, wait. Actually, what was that? Was this, is this? Oh, okay, that's the one we just read. Sorry, sorry. There's Stefan Mayame, 1842 to 1898. Interesting. I just need to take a little bit of a drink. That was nice. Excuse me. I didn't know what to expect, but I liked it. I felt like I learned something. I don't know much about philosophy, and I'm sorry about the pronunciations of the names. I had a rather conventional public education and I did not get a master's. So, let's see. I want to see some of his. Oh, here we go. Let's do the flowers. That's the first one. So, The Flowers by Stefan Mayame, translated by Henry Weinfeld. From golden showers of the ancient skies, on the first day. Oh, wait, maybe make sure. I'm so sorry. I just want to make sure. Oh, good. From golden showers of the ancient skies, on the first day, and the eternal snow of stars, you once unfastened giant calyxes for the young earth still innocent of scars. Young gladioli with the necks of swans, laurels divine of exiled souls the dream, vermilion as the modesty of dawns, trod by the footsteps of the seraphim. The hyacinth, the myrtle gleaming bright, and like the flesh of woman, the cruel rose, Heriad, Herodiad, so sorry, Herodiad. I feel like I should know how to say that, and I really apologize. I'm doing a terrible job here. Blooming in the garden light, she that from wild and radiant blood arose, and made the sobbing whiteness of the lily that skims a sea of sighs, and as it wends through the blue incense of horizons palely, toward the weeping moon in dreams ascends. Hosanna on the lute and in the censers, Lady and of our purgatorial groves, through heavenly evenings let the echoes answer, sparkling halos, glances of rapturous love. Mother, who in your strong and righteous bosom formed calyxes balancing the future flask, capacious flowers with the deadly balsam, for the weary poet withering on the husk. Very nice. Let's see. Poem of the day. Here we go. This is the poem of the day. A Bird in Bishop's Wood by John Tickhill. Translated by Eric Weiscott. In springtime, chief of all seasons. In May, when new joys rise and flourish, the sun is Lord and messenger at once and sends down to us to rouse our bodies and be merry. Humankind to rejoice in all things, beasts to hasten out to the fields, birds to busy themselves with songs in the thickets, flowers to thrive and dispense their fragrance, grass to grow green and gladden the hearts of men. Each creature received the season's blessing and regained a lust for life in the new spring. I myself had lingered in my Lenten season, grieving my life, finding no solace. So I heaved up my heart and then my head and walked out into the woods like other people did, though lacking the least plaything solitude requires. As I ambled and strayed there inwardly weary, I stopped beside a thicket at the Bishop's Wood to watch the pretty birds play in pairs, each with each. As I sat at my ease and took in the scene, a bird stopped on a bough quite near to me, the most beautiful lark that I had ever seen. Her shapely features suited her so well that she could have no small flaw in any limb. Grave in her aspect, she said little, didn't sing or chatter, but minded herself. She didn't dart off or scare like other birds did, but stood there lost in thought as if in a daze. By her expression she seemed to me to be saying that she wanted for a mate to cheer her up. Just then I was afraid on her behalf in case I should startle her if I moved toward the branch where she sat, and I anxiously waited for the moment when she would flutter away, for she had wings at her command and lacked not even one feather, whereas I was sluggish with my limbs and hadn't brought my bird-lime, nor was I supplied with charms or a conjuration for a bird. And so I left this lark, but it stayed put, and never noticed me at all, because I had kept quiet. I always wished I could have possessed her, kept her in my cage until it was winter time, and she'd grow weary of cold weather and wait for spring. Oh, the original poem is in Middle English. Very interesting. What year was it written? Let me see if I can tell. I guess it's not going to tell me. Okay. Let's see. I don't want to sign up for that yet. Let's see. Salma Rivera. Oh, I have never. 1946 to 2004. I would like to read some of her poetry. Okay, here we go. Let's see. I'm just going to pick one. What's this? The crazy. I need to move it over just a little bit. Right. The crazy women. Oh, I'm going to read that. Oh, okay. I'm going to try with the Spanish. I apologize if my Spanish is not good. Please, please, please. Hi, Oomph. All right. This is The Crazy Women of Plaza de Mayo by Salima Rivera. Me llaman la loca de la Plaza de Mayo. Every day I go to look for my son, a prisoner of treacherous tyranny, or maybe he lays rotting in an unknown grave. I don't know. Every day I go down to the plaza to raise my voice in chorus with the others. Malditos asesinos, give us our sons. Tell us what are their crimes, what have they done. They laugh at us, call us crazy. I'm crazy because I want to know the fate of my son whose only crime was to say we are hungry. I'm crazy because he raged against the injustice of it, watching us slowly die, having no dreams of our own to nourish us. I'm crazy because I love this boy, flesh of my womb, who did the only thing a man with nothing left but his dignity could do. And they laugh at me, these bloated jackals glutted with the blood of our offspring, so drunk with their power, so blissfully unaware that this crazy woman, the mother they ridicule and scorn, carries deep within her the sprouted seed of their destruction, the bloody beginning to the end of their rule. Y me llaman la loca. Oh, I love this. Okay, let's go back. Let me just read a little bit about her. Poet, activist, and community organizer, Salima Rivera was born in Isabela, Puerto Rico. In her late teens and her 20s, Rivera became a notable figure in the Chicago Latino literary high cash app literary renaissance of the 1960s and 70s by co-founding the literary workshops Los Otros, Poetry Collective, and La Taller. During her lifetime, Rivera's poetry appeared in magazines including Revista Chicano-Riqueña, Ecos, a Latino journal of people's culture and literature, and Third Woman. In 1979, Rivera participated in the first Festival de Mujeres held in Chicago's Pilsen neighborhood, organized by Mujeres Latinos en Acción. Filmmakers Eleanor Boyer and Karen Pugh directed a documentary of the festival that features Rivera reading her poems. Rivera's bilingual poetry collections, It's Not About Dreams, in 2014, which includes poems written from 1973 to 1996, was posthumously published nearly a decade after her death. Shortly after her birth, Rivera's father began working at a mining company in Salt Lake City, Utah. 2 years later, a strike forced the family to move to Chicago, Illinois. Rivera was educated at Crane Technical and Richards Vocational High Schools. She moved among Chicago neighborhoods throughout her life and became part of communities in Pilsen, Bronzeville, Humboldt Park, Little Italy, and Kenwood. Throughout her life, Rivera remained involved in community organizations, including Casa Aslan, Movimiento Artístico Chicano, and the Association of Latino Brotherhood of Artists. In the 1980s, she began working for the Chicago Department of Cultural Affairs. The National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts and Culture Festival featured Rivera in a 2014 presentation commemorating her work as a poet and activist. Rivera's depiction is included in the Pierce Street Legends mural project, which was unveiled at a ceremony in 2018. That same year, Rivera was inducted into the Chicago Literary Hall of Fame. Let me go ahead and put a link. So for those of you who might have just joined us, hold on. Let me move this. Right. Oh, okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Get over here, please. Okay. Oh, there. Now we're back. Oh, no, we're not back. Okay. Sorry. Jeez, I really am sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Just stop. Sorry. Anyway, so what I was doing was it's been a rough couple days, and oh sorry, I really kind of screwed up the vision of that. Okay, sorry about. Oh my God, why is this doing this? Okay. Mm, beep. All right. Um, let's see. So, what I was saying when I started this was it's been a rough couple days for everybody, and I wanted to just have, I wanted to read some poetry. I wanted to read some poetry, and I was watching like Chud TV and Stupid People, Sorry Not Sorry, and I just wanted to end the day, and there's a bunch of doxing and shit happening. I just wanted to end the day in a really positive way. That's what I wanted. I wanted to end it in a really, like, as uplifting as we could, if that makes sense. So that is why I thought I'll just go live and um, you know, see if I can feel better. um, I'll make this bigger. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm sorry, I'm having trouble accessing the chat from the screen that I'm in, so that's why I'm like hesitating. But yeah, so we started off with some Auden. Hi Pepper. We started off with some Auden, and it was a really good. Oh my gosh. Oops, sorry. This this is what we read. We read this essay. If you missed it. Um oh man, sorry. I bigger? Okay.
Sorry. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Mister. Hey, mister.
Oh my gosh. Uh. Oh my gosh, it just does not want to play with me today. I don't want to play with you today. Doot, doot, doot. Oh, I know what I did. Sorry, this is my fault. This is my fault.
Hey, that's your fault.
Yeah, anyway, so I wanted to, I wanted to read some poetry. That's all. I just thought poetry would be a nice. Anyway, so we read this, and I will put the link out on Twitter or in this chat somehow. And yeah, I just wanted to. Yeah, it was really good. This was it, and it was about. I don't. It was about love, unrequited love, and cubes, and a Russian artist, a Soviet artist, and Auden, and being the one who loves more. I didn't know what it was going to be. It just happened to be the essay that's on the front page of poetryfoundation.org. So, and it was a lovely, I thought it was a lovely essay. So anyway, and then we were just reading random poetry because we could. So, that's all. Let me see. Oh, wow, it's really okay. Sorry. I know what's happening. Do 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 do. Oh, well, that's a problem. Thank you. Do 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 do. So we read the more loving one, and then it goes into an essay, and it's just the essay's quite good. I don't know. I highly recommend it. I do take requests. What's the request? Uh-oh. Is it a limerick? But yeah, of course I'll take a request. Go for it. Stump the stars. Yeah, what did you want me to read? Ah, ah. Okay. Oops. Manifesto, the Mad Farmer's Liberation. Is this a joke? The Mad Farmer's Liberation Front, or something to that Wendell Berry. Oops. Oops. Let me see here. It's something like manifesto. Oh, come on. Gilgamesh? No, it's not Gilgamesh. Oh wait, what about I like the Mad Farmer. No, I'm messing up. Nope, zero. I'm doing it wrong. Okay. Is there a Wendell Berry essay you want me to read? This day collected a new Sabbath poems given a timber chair. Poems of hope and resilience. No, that's a collection. Sorry. I thought it was his. Forgive me. Oh, here we go. Here's Anger against beasts. Weird. Bum, 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 bum. I kind of want to read this, a timbered choir. Oh, I thought it was a chair. I'm so dumb. A timbered choir. I don't know. That sounded like a nice phrase. The unsettling of America. His essays are beautiful, but just that poem will satisfy craving for that poem. But which, I'm so sorry, which I don't, well, am I doing it right though? Hold on, let me do like the title like you had it. Uh, oh, here we go. Hold on, I've got it. All right, let me get it on the screen. Hold on just a minute. Oh, okay. Well, wait, we can just go there. Hold on. Ah,
Why? Why, Luigi? I don't want to join for free. Please.
oh, come on. I just want to search. Please. Oh my god, I can't stand it. I don't like it when it does that. A Bible-based content. What? Okay, wait. Oh, here. Duh. I don't know why it won't come up. Well, I mean, you know. Mm-mm-mm. Here we go. All right. Let me take a quick beverage and a little smoke so I can try to do it justice. I've got issues with all poetry since that time they didn't serve all of the poem I was reading. Oh, well, that's terrible. I mean, really. It is odd, isn't it, that the Poetry Foundation wouldn't have? Okay, yum. Oh, I better, let me just do one thing here. Sorry. Little bit hot. The computer's running hot, ladies and gents. Gotta put the fan on. Oops. There we go. There we go. Everybody's okay. All right. Little weed. Send me to the bookshelves. You bloody fraud. Okay, here we go. I'll try and do it justice. I apologize in advance. You all know that sometimes I just don't I don't necessarily do it justice, and I just want to honor honor the artist. All right. Manifesto. The Mad Farmer Liberation Front. Love the quick profit, the annual raise. Vacation with pay. Want more. Of everything ready made. Be afraid to know your neighbors and to die. And you will have a window in your head. Not even your future will be a mystery anymore. Your mind will be punched in a card and shut away in a little drawer. When they want you to buy something, they will call you. When they want you to die for profit, they will let you know. So, friends, every day do something that won't compute. Love the Lord, love the world, work for nothing. Take all that you have and be poor. Love someone who does not deserve it. Denounce the government and embrace the flag. Hope to live in that free republic for which it stands. Give all your approval to all you cannot understand. Praise ignorance, For what man has not encountered, he has not destroyed. Ask the questions that have no answers. Invest in the millennium. Plant sequoias. Say that your main crop is the forest that you did not plant, that you will not live to harvest. Say that the leaves are harvested when they have rotted into the mold. Call that prophet. Prophecy such returns. Put your faith in the 2 inches of humus that will build under the trees every 1,000 years. Listen to carrion. Put your ear close and hear the faint chattering of the songs that are to come. Expect the end of the world. Laugh. Laughter is immeasurable. Be joyful though you have considered all the facts. So long as women do not go cheap for power, please women more than men. Ask yourself, will this satisfy a woman satisfied to bear a child? Will this disturb the sleep of a woman near to giving birth? Go with your love to the fields. Lie down in the shade. Rest your head in her lap. Swear allegiance to what is nighest your thoughts. As soon as the generals and the politicos can predict the motions of your mind, lose it. Leave it as a sign to mark the false trail, the way you didn't go. Be like the fox who makes more tracks than necessary, some in the wrong direction. Practice resurrection. That's beautiful. Oh, all poetry is buffering me? Hold on. Let me make it smaller.
Right.
That's terrible. I'm sorry about that. Let me see if it... Oh, actually, you're right. It kind of dropped a lot of frames. Isn't that strange? Okay, I can do it again. All right. You know what I can do? I can read it from my phone. Oops. Hold on just a minute. All right, here we go. Well, they certainly buffer. Okay. I think what I'll do is I will take this off. What is that? Oh yeah, that's that. Okay. All right, I'll just take off the screen and maybe that will stop the buffering. Let me see if it comes back. Yeah, it looks like it's coming back. Hold on. Wonder why. Okay, it looks like we're doing good. Might not be all poetry, but you were... I know, I wasn't buffering. Just interfered with the middle stanzas. Oh. Well, I don't need to read it again then. I could probably... You know, I'm setting up some different... Well, I'm setting up a desk set... Well, it's not a desktop, but it's... Anyway. It's basically a boom for my mic is what I have. A small boom. So I'm going to be able to... And I just got... Oh my god, you guys... So here's what I did. I'm really terrible, but here's what I did. I ordered, instead of like a sound booth, which are like a few $100s, you can buy, now granted, I did buy it on, actually let me look for, I want to get some, hold on. Instead of a sound booth, you know how you can get like moving blankets and stuff like that. They sell them. They're like a few $100s. But anyway, instead of that, I bought the frame of a small... This is so crazy, but they're called dressing rooms, but it's smaller than a sound booth, but you can still stand in it and you can cover it with... It's far cheaper. And I can, and it's a smaller footprint. So I'm going to set that up. Anyway, the point is that it's going to be a little easier for me to record things because it will give me a little more ability to belt and not disturb my poor neighbors who don't subscribe to my channel. Understandably, because they already hear enough of me. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I was going to do. But let's see. I think it's still dropping frames. Wow, weird. Okay. Note to self: all poetry is not our friend. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Hold on. Mm, 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 mm. All right, I want to. Actually, no. Nope. 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 There we go. Perfect. That's what I want. That's what I want. Na, 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 na. Let me see if this works. Oh, I see. Nope, that's not it. Wait, is this it? Oh, it is it. Yay. All right. And then, oh no, it just makes it bigger. Okay, sorry. Well, it's good enough. You know what? It's just a fire. Okay, am I still buffering? It says I have a terrible signal. You know what I think it is? I think I know what it is. I can't stand this. Okay. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So tonight was all about hoping that I could help people end their night on um, on a little more of an uplifting note because I don't know, and maybe you didn't. Maybe your the last 2 days were great, or they were a non-event, and that's fantastic. I'm really happy. But I just felt like, oh, today was heavy. Yesterday was heavy. Yesterday felt like a week. I didn't not expect it. I didn't get sad or whatever, like I just thought it was dumb, but I understand it. And if it's 9-0, there must be some legal reason that I haven't read the opinions yet on the SCOTUS thing. I should do that. I should do that. Actually, let me make a note. Well, no, I can't do it right now, but let me make a note to myself that I have to do that. But anyway, oh my God. The point is, I didn't want to end the night with politics or anything sad because I wanted you to go to bed and have a nice, refreshing sleep. And maybe you would carry with you poetry in your head instead of, I don't know, anything. The DMV. I have no idea. Whether pigs have wings. I don't know. Why is the sea boiling hot? Remember that? Hi, gal. Oh, I just did it off the cuff, gal. I thought it's been a rough couple of days for everybody, and I just thought it would be better if we had a little bit of a break, you know? I don't know. Just seemed like a good idea. But then I started buffering. And so what I thought I would do is just read, I don't know, I was going to read some poetry, so I read some poetry, which was good. And yeah, I just wanted people to have something a little nicer. I think no buffering since you put up the fire that I oh good, 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 good. Buffering's annoying. I got a new computer today. Well, it's not a new computer. I got a computer from someone else, but I'd been using test driving it and they had gotten themselves a new computer, so I think this one is a little more powerful. And it's just a PC, which is awesome because I don't mind. I mean, I love Macs very much. I love my Mac, but PC is supposedly more powerful. But I gotta figure it all out. Anyway, who cares? Doesn't matter. Nothing really matters. Anyone can see. Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters to me. Any way the wind blows. Um, yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to chill out. I got confused with the days, I'm gonna be honest. And I didn't really see, I'm gonna be honest too. I thought covering the Super Tuesday, it just felt very stressful and needless. Me broadcasting it wasn't going to add anything of value to anyone. That's what it felt like. And yet I was watching a lot of nonsense, mostly on YouTube. Um, and then, it's just been such a heavy couple of days, and there was such stupidity on YouTube tonight. I thought, well, I can be stupid on YouTube too. No, that's not what I thought. I thought I can go on YouTube and try and be not stupid and do something that's just taking us to a different part of our brain. That's all. That's really what it was. I just wanted to go to a different part of my brain. And I missed you guys. I missed you guys. Oh, I missed you. I didn't plan. I thought today. Oh, God. Okay, so I thought the SODU. I thought State of the Union. I thought State of the Union was today. I did. I did. I thought it was today. It's not, obviously. I'm gonna see if this fire makes a noise. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay, what in the Okay, can you hear that? I don't even know if you can hear it. Oh wait, that's not what that is. Can you hear that? Is that like really loud? Maybe you can't even hear it. There. Is that too loud? I don't want it to be too loud. Okay, if you're looking at the beach that I put up, can you look at the horizon where the land, what's that point? Well, first of all, I have two comments. One question, one comment. What's the what's that point on the horizon where land meets water? Isn't there a special name for that? Isn't there a special name for that? I think. I just want to be sitting on this fucking beach. Can I tell you that right now? I just want to be sitting on that beach. I do remain perplexed by this whole social media thing. I didn't I'm just doing what is natural for me. So I couldn't even really do anything different if I tried, frankly. I need to gather all the poems that I've put on Twitter. I've written so many poems just off the cuff. I mean, I call them poems. Maybe they're not poems, but I call them poems. I'm sure if I handed it to like a teacher, they'd be like, "These aren't poems. These are stream of consciousness." But to me, that's poems. I really like stream of consciousness because I feel like when I worked, like which I loved my work. I totally loved it. I loved working in nonprofit so much. But now I never, I mean, I had to like have my head on straight. Not that I couldn't dream. Like I loved like brainstorming and stuff and problem solving. Like that's my big thing is I love to solve problems. Blah blah blah. Anyway, if you know, you know. And but I really always wanted to just like I don't know, break out of it. It is up to you. What does that mean? I'm so sorry. I might have missed it. Oh, to read it again? Oh, I'm like really delayed, aren't I? God dang it. I wonder if it'll. Oh, I wonder how delayed I am. Hold on. Oh, whether they're poems. Oh, that's what I always thought. I don't know. I just write whatever comes. It's that thing where if something just pops into your head, it just comes out. It's not even. I don't even. No one does. I'm not even saying. I don't know. This is sounding way too fucking self-indulgent. Fucking hipster. A fucking broken hipster. I sound like a broken hipster. Get it? Broken. Oh my god, that's so funny. How have I never thought of that before? Oh my god, how do I incorporate that into something? A broken hipster. That's the devil, I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, okay, do you know the word of like well, first of all, so my question was, sorry, back to the picture. Hipster replacement? Oh my god. Oh, I love it. Hipster. Broken hipster. I need a hipster replacement. What was I gonna say? Uh, fuck. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, wait, no, it does matter. Okay, in the picture, if you look at the horizon where the land meets the water, isn't there a name for that? Like a zenith point or something, or poop deck, or I don't know what it's called. Hipster replacement theory. Hipster replacement theory, all of us, I don't know why. I'm sorry. Could we? Could we replace the hipsters? Oh my god. Mm. Penhelion, yes. That's it. Or wait, is that what it is? Perihelion. That doesn't sound like what I remember, but I don't care. If that's it, I'm happy. Perihelion. You know what I'd do with that fire? I'd fucking melt some. It's not it. Oh shit. You know what I would do with that? Oh, you don't know what I mean. Okay, so at the oh, I'm gonna look it up. Fuck this. God damn it. All right, talk amongst yourselves. I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up. Oh my god. Okay, wait. Point on horizon. Oh man. Oh no, where land meets water. I don't know what you mean. Wait, you can imagine. Uh, oh, 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 oh. No, coastline. Shore, coastline. No, come on. Shoreline. Come on. There's a thing. There's a point. It's like a navigating thing. Fuck. Alright, well, I don't know. Land meet sea. Also not sure I see land meet sea on the horizon. I don't, I think it, I thought it was. I don't know. Now I'm not very salty. I'm not actually a good, I did take some captain, I did say, well, I did take some lessons to, towards captain, but I didn't take like, I had like two, and it wasn't through a professional. Anyway, but anyway, here's the other thing I wanted to say. Well, it's not really a cape. It's almost like a, it's like a, I thought it was like a directional or like a, you know, I don't know. I'm clearly I'm clearly too high to, and I'm gonna frustrate everybody if I keep trying to like fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But here's the other piece that I want to bring up is that what I love about this particular video is the color of the sky, and especially when it gets down to that point, a promontory. It might be a promontory, although I think that's the land. I'm talking about the actual point, but that's I'm probably not thinking of the right thing. I'm probably not thinking of the right thing. I'm probably thinking of something completely different. But what I love about this video is the quality of the sky against the land, and then that little bit of sunset that's like peeking out from that from the promontory, which probably is a promontory, I think, right? Like I think that is. Anyway, I don't know. I just think this is a really nicely done video. Good job, everybody. Lee, 2 points leeward off yonder. That's right. It's tip of the tongue. It's on the tip of me tongue. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. I eat all me spinach. No. Something, something. Got too excited. Buffered. Dang. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Oh, it went down again. Come on, bitch. What are you doing? Why are you dropping frames? Oh, I think I know why. Blech. Blech. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I know what it is. It's the fucking. Oh, you know what? It's. Ream stream. I wonder if I can take that off. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. 95 people are watching on fucking Twitter? 95 people are watching on Twitter? This is the thing. This is why Twitter is too fucking. Uh, Twitter's important right now. And that's why I'm talking to you, 95 people. We've got to find another place to go. Comment in bio. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. I live in a garbage can. I can't. Oh my god. I hate these things.
I can't eat me spinach.
I need, like, why do these headphones? I need headphones that are, like, not on both ears. Maybe I just need to. I gotta get by this and I gotta try this in real life. What? Try what? Try what? Oh, why is it buffering? Stop buffering. Shit. I hate you. I hate the buffering. I'm sorry, everybody. Let me tell you how much I like doing this. No. Yeah, okay, I know how to fix it. I know how to fix it. Oh my gosh, I have a new game for us to try too. I have a new game. Oh my god, why is this doing this? 6848 kbp. What is that? I wish I understood more about this shit. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna apply it. And then I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna see if it fucking improves it. No! Wait. It might be coming back. It might be coming back. It's moving in the right direction. I'll tell you right now, it's moving in the right direction. No, it's not. Okay. All right. Well, you know what, children? It's time for everyone to go to bed anyway. Thank you so much for coming.